We're going to go over to www.becreativestamping.com. And I'm going to spend a few minutes with you talking about my retreat. Registration is going to end in 2 weeks, all right? Laura, the sunflower kit has not come out yet. It will ship on August 11, and there are no refills for that kit yet, okay? That'll be later in August. All right, so my Sweetest Christmas Crafting Retreat, that's a mouthful, is going to be held in Mechanicsville, Virginia. It's about 30 minutes from the Richmond International Airport. It's going to start on Friday at 2 and end on Sunday at 2 p.m. Here's a description. It's a 3-day weekend, and the venue is beautiful. It's a wedding venue with very large rooms, and you're going to receive a gift bag, a tote filled with $50 in product. You're going to get 6 stamping projects, several exclusive gifts. There will be a door prize raffle, a snack bar, meals are optional, and you'll have the opportunity to purchase optional stamping classes, okay? Now, when you invite your crafty friends, which believe it or not, people are doing, well, you receive a $25 gift certificate to shop with me that weekend, okay? Excuse me, I've got to sneeze. Excuse me, so sorry for that. All right, so then listed here are all the different things that will be included throughout the weekend, okay? You'll either have a 6-foot rectangle table or a 4-foot round table, all right? And you can specify which one you would like to have, but you have your own crafting space. You'll get gifts throughout the weekend that I have either made or they have to do with crafting. And there will be 6 projects for you to make throughout the weekend, whenever you want. It's up to you. We are going to, let's see what else. You're going to have access to all my Stampin' Up supplies. I'll be bringing my whole stamp room. We'll do a service project where you can bring canned goods for the food bank. We're going to have door prize raffles. Now, if you sign up and register by August, is it the 17th? I'm sorry, the date is, yeah, it's August 17th. Okay, so if you sign up by August 17th, you're going to get 2 raffle tickets just for signing up on time. You'll be able to buy raffle tickets, and that on Saturday evening we'll be doing raffles, okay? All right, let's see. We'll have a private Facebook retreat group where I can communicate with you. I need to go on and get that set up. And the early bird registration is Wednesday, August 17. It is $165 for the entire weekend, which includes 2 dinners and 1 lunch. Now, you don't want to sign up after the 17th because the price goes up, okay? So keep that in mind. You can register without meals. It's $140, and that price will also go up to $150 after the August 17th. As far as you can bring your own food if you need to do that. I understand people have dietary restrictions, and so anyway, I want that to be available. That's an option for you. All right, let's see. The event schedule with the retreat details will be emailed to the class attendees on Thursday, September 1. It'll be a full list of what you need to bring. Space is limited and it is filling up. So please, please, please get on the list, okay? Now, the first optional class, and I promised you I would take pictures, and I've done a little bit, but I'm not finished. The first class is the Santa card and gift tag class. Now, you're going to have the supplies to make 12 Christmas cards. You'll get the envelopes. Or you can make 12 gift tags, or you can make some Christmas cards and some gift tags. And I actually have a picture of that. So I can show you that real quick. These are the gift tags, but they do become cards. I don't have a picture of that, okay? But the cards are absolutely adorable. And then option 2 is the Santa Express card class. That's $30. It's got 20 Christmas cards included with that class, okay? I promise pictures next week, okay? That's on my list to get done. If you are unable to come, you can get the retreat in a box. Everything I talked about up here, except food, is included in your box. So you can get the Sweetest Christmas retreat in a box for $125. That does include priority mail shipping. All right, and also you can also add the 2 optional classes if you want to. The retreat boxes will ship the week of October 12th, and videos and tutorials will be emailed to you on October 12th as well. You get the goodie bag, you get everything that everybody else gets. You're just not with us that weekend. There are hotel accommodations that I have secured. I talked to like 5 hotels. This is a really, really good rate. It's cheaper than all the other hotels, and it's 3.2 miles from the Manor House. You do need to call them to book your reservation, and the group rate is going to end on August 26th. Now, if you're ready to register and prepay for the Sweetest Christmas Crafting Retreat, click here. So you just click the word here, you go down here, it's the same information, and then you can add which retreat you want. Do you want it with meals or do you want it without? All right, so I'm gonna click with meals, and I'm gonna add it to my cart. All right, I'm gonna show you how to sign up. All right. I'm going to remove, I've done this so many times that I need to remove a few things, so hang tight. All right. All right, I'm going to do this over, okay? All right, so add that to my cart. All right, so there it is. There's my crafting retreat. Now, I am going to go back to my website. And now I want to add the Santa card tag class. I'm going to add that to the cart, and it's going to add it right there. And then I can go back to my blog again. I can add the Santa Express and add that to my cart, and then I can check out. All right. Now, if you prefer paying by credit card, I can send you an invoice for that. This is also how you sign up for Retreat in a Box online. And look at the options you have. The Retreat Online, the Love Santa card class, and the Santa Express. And then the Retreat Only is $30. You can get just the tutorial with videos and measurements and supply list. And that is $30, and you can purchase that as well. All right. So I just wanted to show you that, just to give you an idea. I probably have lost all my viewers at this point now going over this, but registration is, ends in 2 weeks because I've got to get started on die cutting, all that stuff. It's going to be a lot, all right? A lot of die cutting to do. So hi, Anita. All right, we're ready to get started. Can't wait to show you these cards. So let me move my computer out of the way. All righty, and I am back. And the Sweetest Cherries, you're going to find this bundle in the annual catalog, and it is page 19. And it comes with this amazing punch right here. And yesterday I did the Tip Tuesday, and I showed everyone how to punch out the cherry, how to stamp it and punch it out. We talked about different colors for the cherries. We talked about different colors for the leaves and the stems, all right? Oh, thank you, Terry. Thanks very much. So this is what we did yesterday. I'm going to give you a few minutes if you want to screenshot this. I won't be going over this, but you can find the Tuesday tip on my Facebook page, and it was posted yesterday. So I guess that was August 2nd, okay? But these are the different colors we used. Hi, Jeannie, welcome. Here they are punched out. Here they are stamped. Here are the stems, all the different leaves that you can use, the different colors. And I even showed you how to create an apple, an apricot, and an orange. And someone suggested a plum yesterday. I think it was Tina. And with the plum, you could use rich raspberry cardstock or blackberry bliss. I didn't get a chance to make a plum today, but I wanted to. Thank you, Peggy. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. This is an excellent resource, lady. So get a screenshot of it. I'm going to try and take a picture of it. Or I might even do a listing of all the different greens and stuff that you can use. Okay. So that was yesterday's Tip Tuesday. Tonight, we're going to be creating this card right here. I hope you like it. This will be our first card this evening. And again, we'll go over some colors for that. Then these are our Peekaboo Treat bags that are located in the annual catalog. They come in craft and they come in white. And so we're going to create this tag. I'm going to show you how to stamp this image on your bag and wrap it up so that you can give it as a gift. And somebody's going home with this tonight, okay? All right. And then our last card tonight is going to be this one right here, okay? This could almost be a watermelon card. It's got all the colors of watermelon. Here you'll see I used some glimmer paper, and that was really fun to use, plus this super, super cool die right here. And so these are tonight's 3 projects. And also at the very end, I'm giving away a full roll of the black gingham ribbon. You do have to be present to win the ribbon, okay? So you got to be present for that one. Are you ready to get started? I am. I am super ready to get started, and we're going to start with this card right here. All right, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Thank you. I'm so glad y'all like the projects. They'll be fun, right? Okay. I can't decide which one is, my absolute favorite. All righty, so let's see. What do we want to start with first? I'm getting everything out of my tray here. Let's go ahead and we're going to start with stamping the cherries, okay? Now, tonight I am using Poppy Parade for the first cherry, okay? You're welcome, Debbie. I'm so glad you enjoyed the information. So Poppy Parade and Granny Apple Green and Soft Suede. Now I'm going to need the same cherry on the next project. And so we're gonna do 2 of each, okay? So here's my cherry. I almost called it an apple. And we'll get that stamped first. Now with the cherry, it really doesn't matter where you stamp it on the paper, okay? Because we're just punching that out. Oh, and by the way, I do want to use my mat tonight. This is a photopolymer stamp set, so it's nice to have that extra cushioning. All right, and let's see. Let's go ahead and we're going to punch this out. I may have to get another piece of Poppy Parade to make the next cherry, because remember, I need 2 of these. So hopefully everybody can see that. Oh, and I have another tip for you that I just figured out, and I'll show that to you the next time I punch this. All right, so that's one cherry. And can I get another cherry out of this paper? I don't think so. So hang tight. I'm going to grab some more Poppy Parade. It's so nice to have my paper like right behind me because I can get up and I can run get it. All right. So I'm noticing that my ink is heavier in one place and not the other. I honestly think I need to re-ink this pad because I don't think the ink is evenly distributed on the pad. I probably did that the very last time that I inked it. But also keep in mind that this is a distinctive stamp set, so it's not a solid image. You are going to have a variation in the color. All right. So I'm going to try and get that in there. Hopefully I won't need to grab a Post-it note. I think I've got it. Now the other trick that I wanted to show you was when I go to stamp this, I can get all those little pieces gathered in one tray and I can just toss it. So I started doing that today with all the different pieces and it's helped a lot. I know I'm like starting to run with my foot. Absolutely. All right, so cherries are done. And now we'll move on to the stems. We'll go ahead and get that done. And it's soft suede cardstock along with soft suede ink. Okay, and I'm just gonna stamp one at a time. Again, I can bring my tray in. This is my embossing tray. It's the new one that's in the holiday book or the mini. All right, and it's nice because I can pull out the stem and then I can toss the rest right in the trash can. We're gonna do one more and I'll put that stem about right there. And then we're ready to punch this one out. Oh, I love the emojis, Terry. That's awesome. Love the cherry emojis. All right. So there we are again. And I can pull the stem out and then everything else can go in the trash can if it doesn't stick to the inside. But you could use anywhere, anything, a Rubbermaid container, a tray, whatever. All right, now our next item are going to be the leaves, okay? Now for the leaves, I'm actually going to use my template so that I can cut 2 leaves at one time. Now we talked about this template yesterday during Tip Tuesday, okay? So you may need to go back and revisit that. All right, I'm gonna ink in Granny Apple Green and I'm going to stamp off and then I'm going to fill that space, all right? I'll get in a little bit closer, okay? And hopefully you can see that. Let's do it one more time. Granny Apple Green, stamp off, and then punch right in that area. Now we're going to take this piece. These are the veins of the leaves. And I like to put, now I probably don't need this guide anymore. I can actually stamp without the template. All right, so I'm putting those veins there. I like to put the vein pointing towards the tip of the top of the leaf, if that makes any sense, okay? So look at that. That's usually the way I stamp mine. And then let's close the ink. And then now we can insert this. And then get that all centered. All right. I can bring in my tray. I found yesterday all these little pieces were flying everywhere every time I punched, and so that's why I'm using the tray, and it's staying intact, so that's good. Okay, so the next thing is we're going to put those cherries together in a little bit, okay? So I don't need that anymore. I'm just kind of straightening up. So now I'm going to bring in my card base, which is Poppy Parade. This is 8.5 inches long by 5.5 inches long. And I scored at 4.25 inches, which is the center of the card base, okay? So this is our card base, again, Poppy Parade. We're gonna use a different color for the last card tonight. Now, I am using the stitched greenery. This goes so well with so many things. Remember the ladybugs? It went very well with that. And so we're going to use this here. Let me show you the die. All right. This is the stitched greenery die. You just cut your granny apple green cardstock. You lay that on top. You roll it through your machine. And out comes this beautiful design. So this is stitched greenery, and it's located in the annual catalog. Now the next die set we're using tonight is stitched rectangles, and we're using 2 of these. We're going to be using this one here for the words and this one in basic black, okay? So if you were to look at your stitched rectangles, all right, it's these 2 right here. Okay, so I hope that is helpful. All righty, so let me just put that to the side. And I actually popped this layer up. You could certainly use Stampin' Seal and just attach it if you want. All right, I'm gonna put one in there for support. Looks like I need to cut this as I add these dimensionals. You don't have to add the dimensionals. You can certainly tape it. So Terry is asking me, are you going to have bingo at your retreat? Well, Terry, we are not, but I am planning on playing a different game on Saturday night, okay? So I'm looking into all the details for that, but it will be a game on Saturday evening, something that my local customers have never done. I've never even played it, but it sounds super fun, and other demonstrators have done it, and so I thought I'd give it a try. All right, so as you can see, I am just centering this, and let me measure this granny apple green for you. It's measuring 5 inches across by 3 3/4 inches, okay? So that's your measurement for that. I'm going to set it aside now because I've already taken the time to cut out my 3 stitched rectangles in basic black, okay? Now I'm going to use this paper, and I'll show you where this paper is from. Let me see what the name of it is again. It's called Perfectly Penciled, and it's in the annual catalog. Isn't this gorgeous? I'll show you the package of paper in a second, okay? First, the measurements. You need 3 of the stitched rectangles and then 3 of the designer paper pieces. And this is going to measure 1 1/8. All right. And then if we turn it, it's going to measure 3 1/8. All right. And you'll need 3 of those. And you could use your Tombow glue if you want to attach them, or you can use your Stampin' Seal. You're going to position that designer paper right there in the center with the stitching all the way around. Now I know it's difficult for you to see the stitching because it's on basic black cardstock, But this gets centered in the center of that basic black, and you see the stitching. It goes all the way around the cardstock. Okay. Makes it really fun to put together. All right. Okay, so those are now done. And we can go back to this card base again. And I put my Stampin' Seal away, but I need it. All right, so we're just gonna add Stampin' Seal here. Now the way I position these, I like to put about a 1/4 of an inch border all the way around, okay? So here you're gonna see about a 1/4 of an inch, a 1/4 of an inch on this side, and a 1/4 of an inch at the bottom, okay? And then I'll go over to the right, and I'm going to do the very same thing. Put that 1/4 of an inch all the way around. And then the last one will get centered right in the middle. All right. So we'll put that one about right there. Okay. So now we're ready to do some stamping again. Let's bring in the mat. And we're going to stamp the word sweet. Okay. And I'm going to use my black Memento ink. Laura, I don't know if it's a larger rectangle, but I will measure it in just a minute. Okay. All right. So I'm going to turn this over. We've got a big stamp and a small ink pad. And then I'm going to actually add the word sweet towards the top of the rectangle. And this rectangle is in basic white. All right. And then I'm going to take Birthday Wishes and Poppy Parade ink. And we'll put this about right there. All right. Now we're ready to add this. And as far as the rectangle actually measures 1 1/4 inches. Once it's cut, it's 1 1/4 inches by 3 1/4 inches. Okay, so that's the size of the rectangle. And then I'm going to take more seal here. And then I'm going to position this right in the center, about right there, okay? All right. Now I can put the seal away for a little bit. We're ready to put our cherry together, and I'm going to be popping it up. I know you're shocked. Pop that up on the card. And we'll put it about right there. It almost looks like a heart, doesn't it? Then I'm going to add just a little bit of Tombow glue because that's where I'm going to attach the stem. They do kind of remind me of Christmas, Joanne. Absolutely. All right, we're going to give that stem just a few minutes to dry, okay? I'm only going to be using one leaf. We'll use the other leaf on the second project, okay? This leaf here is going to get popped up, and I believe a standard dimensional will fit that. I know, isn't that funny? It really does look like a heart. And I've been calling it an apple today. All right. And I'm just going to attach that there. All right. And it looks like the leaf is attached to the stem, but I actually did not attach it. It's just popped up on it there, okay? Now for one other, you know what? My Winka Stella. Let me grab my Winka Stella. I thought I had one here. Okay. So it is fun to just put a little bit of Winka Stella on the leaf. I mean, you can put it on the stem if you want. And it's great for the cherry. Really, really fun. So hopefully you can see some of that shimmer and shine. I was thinking about this card today. This is definitely a card that you could mass produce, okay? So if you like this card, when you go to cut out your black rectangles, you would just cut out a bunch of them. And then you would cut out, you would do your card bases and cut the granny apple green layer. But you could definitely mass produce this particular card, okay? It's mostly just die cutting. All right, so that's our first card, but you know what? Let's put some matte dots on it. I hope y'all like the dots on it. All right, let's see here. I'm going to put one on the apple. And then, oh, you're right, Louise. Oh my gosh, Louise says when you punch the leaves, you also had a granny apple green apple punched. I sure did. Didn't even think about the granny apple green. Oh my gosh. Did not even think about it. That's why y'all are here. To help me with the most obvious of things that I'm not even thinking about. So that's why y'all are here. But we'll be giving away this card tonight, so I hope you'll hang on to the very end. And one of you will win it. All right, so let me put that aside and kind of straighten up a bit. I am going to take just a few minutes right now to clean my stamps because I may need them again and I may need them in a different color. So I'm just going to do that. This is my simple chamois that I've had forever. All right, so now that's all taken care of. Okay, so our next project features these Peekaboo treat bags. Have any of you gotten any of these? Let me know if you have. Uh-oh, I just dropped something. I think it was an ink pad. So our Peekaboo treat bags are food safe and they come in a package of 10. You'll find them in the annual catalog and they're item number 159252. And you'll notice that you're going to get 5 white ones and 5 crumb cake colored or craft. And here's the white one, okay? So that's what the white one looks like. All right, but these are really fun to play with. Today was the first time that I had actually stamped on it. I had not done that before. All right, so with the Peekaboo treat bag, you've got this cello piece right across here, and that's, I'm gonna show you how to open that up and get your cherries in and all that good stuff. Okay, Jean, you're asking me about my chamois. I did cut my chamois up because when I use my Stamparatus, I like to pick up the smaller piece of the chamois and clean my Stamparatus. The Peekaboo treat bags are resealable, yes. All right, so what I'm gonna do right now, okay, is just open this up. This is the hardest part. It has a Ziploc, okay? And that's where you're going to actually fill your bag and then zip it back up. Now, when you give it to the recipient, they just tear that off and open it up to get them out, okay? But it is resealable. So that's a really great question. All right, now for stamping, you can stamp on these bags. I'm actually going to use Post-it notes, all right? And I'll show you why. When I go to stamp up here, there is a zipper in here, which makes it very uneven. You can't stamp on the zipper, okay? Because you're gonna rock and roll your stamp and your image will not turn out correctly. So I just wanna be sure that I'm not stamping on that. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually run a Post-it note right across there, all right? I think you can see where that zipper is, and I'm gonna put my Post-it note about right here. So I just don't wanna stamp on it. It's not gonna turn out correctly if I do stamp, okay? I'm going to be using crumb cake, but my crumb cake is pretty dark compared to the craft bag, and so I'm going to stamp off. Now the stamped image that I'm going to use is this basket weave right here. And the basket weave is actually here in the stamp set. All right, so you're gonna see me use this for a couple of different things. I guess I'll use my stamp mat as well. I'll just move that out of the way now. And you can stamp this either way, either direction. So I can stamp going this way across, or I could stamp this way. It doesn't matter, okay? I'm going to stamp off. Remember, my ink is pretty dark. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up that stamp right above that window. All right, so because I lined my stamp up that way, it is right above the window. All right, and that didn't turn out too well. So you know what? I'm gonna try and stamp over that again. I don't think I pushed hard enough. And it could be, you know what? It could be that zipper that is causing that. Oh, stamp off and then stamp on. And if this one doesn't come out, I think it's because of where the zipper is on the bag. Okay. Hi, Maria. Welcome. Good to have you this evening. All right. And then I'm going to go over here. We're going to do the bottom. That's much easier to do. You really don't need the Post-its. Again, I am stamping off. All right, and I think I got it done. By the way, this is crumb cake. All right, just so that you know. And then I'm going to pull this off. Okay, and then here is the bag right here, okay? Now you're really not gonna notice this because we're gonna put a bow on it and a tag. And so you know what? It's handmade, not made in China, right? So it'll turn out cute, I promise. All right, so I have some of these cherry sours. These are amazing. We have like a little local restaurant nearby that has all this old-fashioned candy, and this stuff is so good. All right, so I'm gonna open this back up. Gosh, I sealed it again. This is the hardest part. Come on. Woo, got it open. All right. All right, and I'm gonna use a spoon because someone's gonna win this tonight. So let me use a spoon to spoon the candy in, and that's actually a new spoon. And you know, the bags do not hold that much. A couple of chocolates M&Ms, anything like that. And you might even be able to find your candy on Amazon. And you can use that spoon too to help you position. All right. And so there's my, I'm gonna just have one. These are so good. Delicious. I wish I could share them through the camera. Okay. They were the perfect candy, Jan. Absolutely perfect. Okay. So with your gingham ribbon, you're gonna need about 30 inches. And the reason I say 30 inches is because we're gonna wrap it around the bag twice and tie a bow. Okay. And I think we've got it this time. Actually, this time I'm still going to tie it on the left. I think I like the bow being on the left. All right. And we'll just kind of move this around. Aren't these fun bags? They'd be really great for Christmas time too. Okay. Oh, cherry gummies. Yes, at the Dollar Tree. Absolutely, Peggy. I can't remember the brand, but yeah, they're perfect. They're hard candies, Jean, but when you chew them, they're kind of gummy. So, but look on Facebook. They've got, not Facebook. Look on Amazon, and you'll find all kinds of red candies that you can use. All right. Yes, I'm still playing with the bow just to get it the way I want it. Okay. I think that might do it. We'll trim that. All right. Now, once we get that tag on, I think it's going to really come together. Okay, so this tag right here, let me show you where this is from. It's from Tailor Made Tags, and it's going to be the second one from the largest. Okay, so second one from the largest for this tag. And then we're going to pop up our apple. I said apple, didn't I? I should have made this one an apple. This is a cherry. All right, so I'll put that right there. After making the apple yesterday during Tip Tuesday, I just keep calling it an apple. We're gonna add our cute little stem. And you can also use our in color designer paper, which I think I'll actually use. Where's the punch? I should have used my tray so I wouldn't have all this to clean up. And let's see, we're gonna pop this up as well. And we'll put that about there, okay? Now, one more thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp the word friend. And I thought, let me grab a piece of basic white paper. All right, and we're gonna stamp this with the black ink, and I chose this ink because I'm using the black and white gingham ribbon. So that was the reason behind that. It looked the best. I tried Granny Apple Green. I also tried the Poppy Parade. Well, I don't want to stamp on my stamp case. Oh boy. Y'all gonna have to keep me straight here. We're gonna stamp on basic white with our stamp mat. And then for this one, we're actually going to fussy cut. All right, so I'm going to take a few minutes to do that and just cut around the word. And you can do this however you want. You could even make it more of a banner if you wanted, but I thought it'd be fun just to kind of cut around the word. I'll try not to spend too much time. All right. Okay, we're going to add a dimensional. I'm actually going to put the dimensionals towards the center of the word because only the center will be attached to the tag. And then we're going to add that about right there. I actually used a glue dot to secure the tag to the bag. And I'm just adding the glue dot to the back. And I'm just going to tuck it about right there. Okay, so see the tag is under the bag. All right. And let me reposition this a little bit. And we're going to take our Wink Estella. Louise says you make fussy cutting look easy. Oh gosh. Just a little practice, Louise. A little practice. My stem is still drying. Again, I'm going to use the Wink Estella. And we're going to add some black matte dots. I'm going to add a big matte dot right up there. And then I'm going to take a little one, add it to the cherry, and add it to the tag. And you've got your little treat bag right there. So this is something you could also mass produce, all right? Make all your tags, stamp all your bags, wrap the bags, and then you're ready to give, okay? So we'll be giving this away too. Let me go ahead and cut the ribbon here on a diagonal. Yes, it would be great for Christmas treats. Absolutely, Elizabeth. Absolutely. So, yeah, we're giving away these projects tonight. So if you're brand new and you haven't commented tonight, you're going to want to comment, all right? Because that's how you get your name in the drawing. All right. Okay, I'm going to clean my stamps again because I already know that I'm going to be using this background stamp in the next project. All right, so I'll get that clean. Was there anything else? Yes. So someone had asked me earlier, did you cut your chamois? And the question is yes. I actually cut it in half, and then I cut it in half again. And when I'm using my Stamparatus and I need to wipe off the Stamparatus plate, I can pick this up. It's very handy and just wipe it. So that was the reason for that. I am so glad y'all like that. It is cherry-licious. Absolutely. All right, so we'll get this one out of the way. And then we're gonna bring in this sweet little card. I'm gonna straighten up a bit. All right. So a couple of things that we're gonna do before we use our Stampin' Cut emboss machine, excuse me. Arlene's got a great question. Can you wear out a simple chamois? Arlene, I'm sure you can. I'm sure it happens. So I think you could probably just replace it at any time. Sometimes when they get super, super dirty, people either wash them or toss them. So, but as far as wearing out, I haven't worn out my simple chamois yet. So, I don't know. Hopefully that's helpful. So, oh, these would be great back to school gifts. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So, I want to make sure that, yep, I'm using the right piece of paper. All right. I want you to look at the center of this, the circle that's right under the cherries. We're going to stamp that and actually cut it out. So I'm going to show you how to do that. We are switching now to Sweet Sorbet ink, okay? So we're switching up. And what I'm going to do is, and I probably should use my stamp mat. You can stamp in either direction. I can stamp this way going across, or I can stamp this way. And I'm just going to stamp this entire piece of paper. Okay? And then I'm going to cut that circle out using this same piece of paper. All right, now I'm going to switch this around. I'm loving the basket weave. This has been a really fun piece to use, and it goes great with those Peekaboo Treat bags. You're right, Maria. It's all about the candy, quite honestly. All right, looks like I need to get a little bit closer. I've got a little bit of a gap here, so I'm getting a little bit closer when I stamp. Sometimes that happens when I'm not stamping directly over it, all right? So this is my basket weave here, and this is where I will take the layering circle die, and I will cut out a circle using that, okay? I'll go ahead and give you the circle measurement for that. This is layering circles. Oh, good question, Jean. Jean wants to know what size paper did I use, because honestly, everybody, I can get 2 circles out of this piece of paper. So that's a great question. So for stamping this, Jean, this is actually 5 inches across by 3 3/4 inches. Okay, so hopefully you can see that measurement, 3 3/4, and then it's 5 inches across, all right? Oh, you're right, I didn't think about that. Laura Ann said my cherries would cover up that gap, and it would. I didn't even think of that. So, hi, Melissa. Okay, so I was gonna give you the measurements, the diameter for this die. This is from the Layering Circles dies. And the diameter on this is approximately 2.5 inches. All right, 2.5 inches. So we'll be cutting that in a second. Just gonna move that to the side. And now the next, oh, you know what I wanted to do with y'all? We're gonna do this. We are going to also do the basket weave on the envelope. So, you know, let's see. I'm gonna grab all right. So I can do this either way, okay? I am going to just put a Post-it note going across this envelope so that I don't stamp on this part of the envelope, okay? Terry says, my sister's a special ed teacher and always looking for ideas. Any suggestions what you would put inside for students? Ooh, I'm sure you're talking about the Peekaboo treat bags, huh? Gosh, what could you do for students? You know, it's so hard now because of allergies and stuff. What if you did... what if you did like some erasers or something? Wouldn't that be cute? Erasers would be cute if they use erasers. All right, so what I'm doing is I am just stamping across my envelope. Okay, and you can see that the stamped image isn't as long as the flap on the envelope. But that is okay. All right. Now, I got to sneak over here and cover up that little gap, okay, so that I don't get ink on the envelope. All right, and then we'll get rid of this. I would have used a scrap piece of paper, but I didn't have that. The Post-it notes were right here, and it was just easier for that. But yeah, erasers would be cute, and they make really cute erasers now. Different little shapes and stuff. Ah, I still got ink on my envelope. Oh, wow. But that's the back. What do you think? All right, so that's the back of that. And then I'm actually going to take another sheet of basic white. This is going to go inside the card when we're done. This is measuring 5 1/4 inches. This is going inside the card, okay? Oh, Joanne's got some great ideas. Stickers, erasers, stamp small cards in different colors. Oh, cute. Yes, very good. And 4 inches. So 4 by 5 1/4 inches, okay? Oh, colorful Post-it notes would be super cute. Oh, so fun. I'm loving the ideas. All right, I'm gonna go back to the basket weave, okay? We're gonna put a little border down here at the bottom. And I guess I'll put it about right there. This is going inside the card today when we're done, okay? All right, and that'll be our little border at the bottom. I know, it really is brilliant, you know, when you get all of us thinking about the same thing. All right, so we're gonna set that aside, and we're gonna set this aside as well. And now we get to have a little fun talking about this next piece of paper. So this is the split card textures dies. They are 2 different dies. They are currently on back order. No, that's not why I selected this tonight. They're due back in the warehouse around September 12th, okay, in about a month. So we're gonna use this one tonight. And all we have to do, this is so easy, you're gonna love it, is cut it out. That's all you do, and it cuts out part of the paper. So let me show you the card again. All right, oh yes, cute party favor with the mini nail polish. I love this die. Okay, who has the die? Mine just came in, and then it went on back order again. All right, so we got a few things to cut. Actually, just 2. So I'm gonna zoom out now because I've got my Stampin' Cut emboss machine out. I'm sorry, I am shaking the table. All right, this is just a basic cut. And then I'm gonna add this, and when I add it, I'm gonna try and center this. All right, and then I'm gonna put that there, and then I'm gonna roll it through. All right. Sorry about the shaking there. Yeah, this is a great die to put on your list. I'm gonna roll back through. Just wanna make sure that I'm getting everything cut, okay? All right. I think we could make these kids really happy with their treat bags. So this is cut out beautifully, okay? So we'll finish that in a second, popping out all the little pieces. And then our next piece is, we need a circle, and I'm just gonna use this. Now, one of you ladies had a great idea, I can't remember who it is, but suggested that even if I use this side where the gap is, the cherries would cover it up, which is absolutely true. So I can get 2 circles out of this one sheet of cardstock. So how many of you like the basket weave stamp? Isn't that the coolest? Coolest. Oh my gosh, they have Apple erasers on Amazon. Oh my gosh, I'm excited for you, Terry. I'm super excited for you. That is cool. All right. So now we're going to put our card together. Let me get out all these little pieces. All right. And I'm going to go back to my, all right. Get that all done there. So this piece is actually measuring 4 by 5¼ inches. All right, this is the basic white piece of cardstock that we're using right now. All right. And I think I got all the pieces out of that. While I'm here, so I don't have to do this tomorrow, I'm just going to pop these out. Just like this. That's so cool. All right, Terry, when you finish that project for your sister, I want pictures, okay? I must have pictures. All right, I'm almost done, girls. That way I won't have to do this tomorrow. I can actually put this away. I won't have to clean out all the little pieces. All right. And so I can put it back on my magnet sheet. Now this side here is flowers, which I haven't used yet, but I cannot wait. So excited. All right. Okay. Oh, you're right. That would be confetti for a shaker card. All righty, so now our next piece is measuring, and this is going to be Granny Apple Green, okay? Granny Apple Green, it is the same measurement as this basic white. And so it's 5 inches across by 4¼ inches. It does look like a roller coaster, and I had never thought of that. You're on a roll tonight, Terry, on a roll. All right, so we're going to use some Stampin' Seal here. We're going to also use some Tombow glue. All right, the Tombow liquid glue. All righty. And then I'm just going to put just a little drop, just a few little drops. Okay. And then we can attach it to the Granny Apple Green. Mary Kay, do you have this die? Who's got it? Who already has it? Or is it on your list? Do I need to remind you when it becomes available? Oh, hang on. I'm gonna lift this back up. By the way, you don't really need to use the entire piece of Granny Apple Green, but it was just easier. You really only need enough Granny Apple Green for this part right here. All right. Okay, a couple of things. I've got some adhesive right here. I'm going to pull that up off the card. Okay, and mine's not terribly straight, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm thinking about trimming this. You can just see that Granny Apple Green, just a tad. That's all. Just wanted to get rid of that. So Sonia's got it and loves it. Yep. Around September 12th, I think it's going to be back in the warehouse around that time, approximately. Gail, this die is not available right now, okay? It's available. It's going to be available around September 12th. All right, I'll try and remind everybody. Okay, so we are back to Sweet Sorbet card base right here. All right, Sweet Sorbet. And we're going to add some seal to the back. And then we're going to center this. Now, I can use it this way or I can turn it this way. All right, so I have options. And Now I'm just going to center this. Okay. My fingers are a little dirty with the adhesive and stuff, so I keep getting stuff on here. You know what I meant to do? I actually meant to stamp this before putting it on here, but I didn't do it. So I'm going to stamp it afterwards, okay? It will be fine. This is what we're stamping, and I really did mean to stamp first. Totally forgot. I was so involved with how cool this is. Okay, so we're going to use the word sweet. Have y'all ever done that? Just, oh, no way. I did not. I just did not just do that. Okay, we're going to improvise here because we got to cover up this mark. How many of you have ever done this? What I just did. How you like that beautiful mark that I have right there? Isn't that lovely? But at least I can cover it up. Fingers crossed that I don't make it any messier than I already have. All right. Okay. So we're stamping in Sweet Sorbet. And the word is sweet. And I am going to put it right along the bottom here. Fingers crossed I don't mess this up. And that it stamps well. Diane says every day. Diane, I love it. I knew I liked you, Diane. Okay, we did that. I was holding my breath, by the way. Let's cover this back up and see if I can get some words in there. All right, I don't know if I'll be able to. Will this still fit? Kind of not really. Let me see if there's anything else I can use. If not, we'll just go with the word sweet. Let's see. We could do life is sweet. We'll do life is sweet. How about that? All right. And yep, it'll all work out. Absolutely. Always does, right? All right. There's more than one way to make this card work. And then we'll put this, we'll put life is sweet. Okay. And then this gets to be put over that beautiful red mark. Cannot believe I did that. I can actually move it though a little. All right, so that's how it's gonna go. Okay. Now this one here is the original, all right? And let's see, what happened to our circle? I'm getting all discombobulated here now that I messed up. All right, let's see. We're gonna pop this up. I love dimensionals. Thank you, Laura Ann. I know there's always a way to improvise, and you know we sometimes have to do that, don't we? So, all right. And this just gets popped up in the middle here. Just like that. And now we get to have fun punching out the cherry. That's right, Gail. No mistakes. Joanne says, I stamped a whole page of images and colored them, and I stamped them too close together to use a die to cut. Oh, no. You know what? I think I've done that too. Oh, good. Oh, wow. Terry actually likes the new placement. Awesome. All right. So with our shimmer paper, this is the In Color shimmer paper. You have that ombre effect. And so I need 2 cherries, and I want one of the cherries to be a little bit darker. So this is the darker part of the paper. All right, so that's one of my cherries. And then I can go over here and I can get a lighter cherry. Okay. Now you do have some paper waste there. I mean, you could cut it out and insert it into the punch with a Post-it note if you want it. But the shimmer paper, yeah, super pretty. All right, we're gonna need 2 leaves for the cherries. All right. So there's one. And there's the other one for that. So not too much paper waste there. And then of course we've got to have a stem. All right. And then all my trash has landed in the embossing tray. So it's actually been really helpful. So, all right. So, oh, you know what? We need 2 of those. We need 2 stems because we have 2 cherries. All right. Now in just a few minutes, I'm going to be giving away these projects as well as some gingham ribbon because this is part of our summer punch party. All right. So let's see. I'm going to put a dimensional behind the lighter cherry on this side right here. So it's on the left. And then this cherry, that's a pretty big piece of dimensional. So I'll just put that there. Oh, I know something I want it to do. Hang on. Let's, with the darker cherry, we want the stem pointing towards the left. Hang on, let's try that again. I actually have to get the glue dot on the top of the stem. You'll see why in a second. Hang on. Okay, so the glue dot is on the back of that stem, and that stem is pointing towards the left, okay? All right, and then we'll just go ahead and we're just gonna pop it there. Let me get that other stem on. I know I can't wait to see who wins. Someone's going home with a ribbon. All right, now, with that glue dot, I actually want the glue dot on the front of the stem, believe it or not. I want it on the front because when it's on the front, then I can attach it to the back of that cherry. All right, now this lighter cherry is going to overlap some, okay, like that. And then we are going to use dimensional, excuse my reach over the entire project. Now this works because I can actually use a large dimensional. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do this a different way. Hang on, let me take that off. I'm gonna use a glue dot. I'm so glad everybody likes the card. Thank you very much. The background is fun. Now remember, your background is Granny Apple Green, but this scallop circle is Parakeet Party. All right, so we've got 2 different greens right there. All right, see how I attach these 2 leaves together with a glue dot? I'm gonna flip it over, and now I'm going to add the dimensional, and we're gonna put that at the top. Okay, we're almost done. You know me, I gotta add ribbon, right? Got to add ribbon. All right, and I'm just tying a knot. Ooh, that's such a good question, Terry. Terry says, what is your favorite punch bundle? Well, Terry, every week, it's the punch bundle that I am currently working on. I can't decide. I have really enjoyed these. The fish were super fun. Super, super fun. Loved the fish. But I'm loving the cherries as well. And so it's just really hard to pick a favorite. Does anybody else have a favorite bundle that they like so far? All right. Oh, let's add some bling. Now you don't have to add the bling, so if you're not crazy about the black dots, don't worry about it. All right, you just don't have to put them there. I need to put one somewhere else. I'll put it right there. All right, this is a fun bundle, and we were able to use almost every image in the stamp set. So we pretty